Hello everyone, this is Jay from Live to Live Tarot, here to do a should you let go or hold on read. This read may not resonate with all, so take what works. Also, I have a tendency of saying hear him in regards to the other person. Know the roles can reverse. So let's ask that question. Should you hold on or should you let go? We have the Six of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Death card. I feel like in this connection has to be filled with love. If you cannot let your ego down, if you can't make that transition, you need to embrace complete love and not allow the past to interfere with your present moment. You should let this connection go. If it's gotten to the point where all you think about is bad things, you should let this connection go. But if you can make that transition towards embracing that this is the person you want to spend your life with and that they're worth letting go of the insecurities you're holding on to right now, then you should give it another chance. So let's see some challenges that are occurring in this connection. We have the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords, along with the Hermit card. So the first challenge that I feel you're having right now is you're confused, and you're having a hard time withdrawing from feeling burdened by this connection at times, and a lot of it is because it's not going the way that you want to. What's another challenge? We have the Eight of Wands, the Page of Swords, communication and communication. The Eight of Wands and the Page of Swords is communications, and I'm getting a lot more than that. The Page of Swords is communicating on the social media. So I feel like a challenge that you're having right now is you're going through a hard time because this person may have blocked you from social media. This person may have blocked you from communication, and it's putting you in a very, very bad place. What's another challenge? We have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, along with the Seven of Cups. I feel like another challenge with you is your person did some pretty immature things to you. Their actions were immature. You were trying to be honest with your emotions and it's almost like open up new options, and this person just treated it like it didn't matter. And so this is definitely a challenge with you. So what advice does Spirit have for you moving forward? We have the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Work on yourself. Here's the thing. When we are stuck in negative energy, a lot of it has to do with us, not with the other person. You need to open up your heart. You need to cut out the things that take away from your peace. And then you will be able to find some sort of peace with this connection, or figure out if you want to give to this connection. What's another piece of advice? We have the Chariot, the Seven of Swords, along with the Three of Cups. Another piece of advice is you have to move forward. Don't strategize ways of enjoying life. Sometimes when we take time out to work on ourselves, again, that's one of the pieces of advice, and really enjoy our life, things aren't as bad as they seem. We're able to really let go of anything that deceives us from finding peace, because I say this over and over again. If you don't have peace within yourself, you cannot find peace with someone else. You have to forgive, you have to let go. There's a lot of work you have to do in order to find peace. But until you get to this point, you're not going to be able to find peace with your person. Them blocking you out, I know it can be hateful. Them ghosting you, it does come off hateful and it's hurtful. You can't allow their actions to affect how you find peace in your life. What's another piece of advice? We have the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups, along with the Temperance card. Another piece of advice that I'm getting is use your intuition to guide you. You're not sure right now if you want to rebuild this connection or give this connection another chance. So what you need to do is just use your intuition to guide you towards balance. Then you will figure out if this is a connection that you can rebuild, a connection that brings peace into your life, a connection that brings happiness into your life. If you don't have happiness in your life when it comes to anything, it's not a positive move to give it another chance. So you gotta work on yourself really hard and figure it out. Because again, once you get to a place of peace with everything in your life. With this connection, you will know the answer on how to proceed forward. So, what is the connection right now? What is the current connective energy between you and your person? What is the current connective energy between you and your person right now? We have understanding. In the recent past, we have fear. A challenge is vibrations. And what you both need to do to bring balance to this connection, we have ascending. So let's get understanding. These cards are getting in my way. Sorry. We have the Hangman along with the Strength card. You know, I do feel like connectively you both are realizing that you have to find your strength. You know, you're coming to this understanding that in order for you to change your perspective and let go of the drama and chaos of this breakup, or even if you're together, the drama and chaos in your lives, you have to change your perspective and look at things in a different way. You know, sometimes we get stuck in that repetition, that repetitious cycle of thinking the same way. And when things happen, you have to be able to change your mind. You know, you can't be stuck in, oh, this person did this to me. You have to forgive and move forward. You can't hold on to that stuff. In the recent past, we have fear. We have the Eight of Swords along with the Eight of Cups. You know, I do feel like in the recent past, you both were, it's almost like you were overthinking this connection so much, it was stressing you out. And a lot of it is because you had this fear of walking away. But I feel like you took that fear and you evolved from it. And now you're coming to this understanding that if you want this to work, you have to change your perspective and you have to see the power in this connection. Sometimes we'll see all the weaknesses that occur during a connection and not the reasoning why we were with the person in the first place, because they brought a certain power, a certain compassion to our life. A challenge right now is vibrations. We have the Knight of Pentacles along with the Four of Swords. I feel like a challenge right now is you both, there's some bad vibes going on between the two of you. You're not balanced. And I feel like a challenge right now is that there's some exhaustive energy that you're trying to move on from. Some things that happened in this connection that were so negative that it exhausted you. So I feel like a challenge right now is the vibe between the two of you, the balance between the two of you isn't right. And it may be one of those things where you come home if you're together, or one of those things where you reach out if you're not, and it's not good. It's just kind of silent. So the vibe isn't balanced between the two of you. What you both need to do to bring balance to this connection, we have ascending, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Pentacles. So far in this read, what I'm getting is you both need to balance. You need to move in a new direction. You need to reevaluate how you can ascend from what has happened. It's like you're stuck in all that negative energy. You're stuck in, maybe your person didn't shut the door, or maybe your person is ignoring you right now. You're stuck in that energy. You got to let it go, because the more you're stuck in something, the more you draw it in. You got to let it go, because we have here where, you have to evolve and walk away from things. We have here where you have to move in a new direction. We have up here where you have to change your perspective. So you're stuck in the past. And because you're stuck in the past, you're drawing that in. So it's time to move forward and move in a new direction. Your person's energy towards you is patience. Their intention is abandon. A challenge is return. And what your person needs to do to bring balance to this connection, we have compromise. So let's get patience. We have the Eight of Pentacles along with the Six of Swords. So I do feel like your person right now is trying to work on themselves. They're trying to be patient as they try to move forward and away from the bad vibes, the bad vibes between the two of you, the bad things that have occurred. Their intention is abandoned. We have the King of Cups along with the Queen of Swords. This is balance. I feel like your person, the Queen of Swords is all about cutting things out and being more logical. The King of Cups is about mastering your emotions. So this is your person's intention is to abandon anything that doesn't bring balance into their life. A challenge with your person is return. We have the Two of Wands along with the Six of Cups. Again, I'm getting that you two aren't together, and I feel like a challenge right now is that your person's at a crossroads. They're not sure if reconciliation is the answer. They're not sure if they should return or walk away. So this is a challenge with your person. And a lot of the confusion might be because they don't want to compromise. They want everything their own way, because what they need to do is embrace what's in their heart. Let go of any illusions or fears they're holding on to, any negative energy, and compromise. When I get compromise, I'm getting the fact that your person may need to let some things go. They may be holding on to some things that are ridiculous, that are preventing them from figuring out what they want. They may need to take responsibility for some of their actions, and they're not doing it. So I feel like your person needs to let go of these illusions that they did nothing wrong, and come to this compromise of realizing the only way they're going to find balance is if they take responsibility for what they did and not blame everything on you. So what messages does your person have for you? What does your person want you to know? What messages does your person have for you? What does your person want you to know? It's hard because we can't seem to work out our differences. And soon I plan on returning, hoping it can work this time. So even in their heart messages, it's showing that there's confusion. They 1 minute they're figuring that you two can't work out your difference, and the next minute they're planning on returning. So your person is definitely in a confused mindset. And until they get through this confusion, things aren't going to change. So what is your energy? I like that. Self-worth, your intention, divine feminine. A challenge is fresh start, and what you need to do to bring balance to this connection. I went to straighten it out and I shut it off. So anyways, your energy toward your person is self-worth. We have the Queen of Wands along with the double card. Yeah. I feel like you're working on yourself right now. You're trying to rebuild your confidence and lift anything that restricts you from peace. It's almost like you're trying to see if this connection will bring peace, if it will lift you up, because we don't want to be with someone that is knocking us down all the time. Your intention is divine feminine. We have the Four of Wands along with the Sun card. I feel like your intention is to be compassionate, loving. It's to reestablish some sort of stable foundation in your life to make you happy, to be positive. A challenge when it comes to this connection is fresh start. We have the King of Wands along with the Ace of Wands, yeah. I feel like a challenge right now is that you're still looking at the bigger picture of this connection. You're still not at that point where you want to create a fresh start or take a leap of faith towards a new beginning. You're still working on yourself, and that's okay, because you have to make sure that this person can bring you balance. You got to make sure that this person can bring you peace. And until you can see that the peace, they bring you peace and balance, you need to stay away. What you need to do to bring balance to this connection, you need to continue to work on yourself and really come to a conclusion of whether you want to bring the equality that is needed to not create a missed opportunity. So basically what you need to do to bring balance to this connection, you need to seek closure. You need to really figure out if this is a connection that, again, is going to lift you up or knock you down. You need to really come to a conclusion of what you want, because being stuck in the middle isn't a good place to be. So this is what let's get some advice from Spirit real quick for you moving forward. We have the Five of Cups, the World card, along with the Fool card. The first piece of advice from Spirit is it's time to end the loss, grief, and regret. It's time to take a leap of faith towards a new beginning. You've been working so hard on concentrating on what to do in this connection, that Spirit's telling you it's time for you to start over, to really create a new beginning in your own life. What's another piece of advice? We have the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you have to work on making a passionate effort to isolate and heal any defensive and wounded energy you're holding on to. It's time to move forward. It's time to find peace with the past. Once you do this, you'll feel so much better. What's another piece of advice? We have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, along with the Five of Wands. Yeah, you have to make some clear decisions. It's time to find some stable ground. It's time to let go of anything that conflicts you in this connection. It is time for you to figure out what you want. That's the bottom line. Because you've been stuck in the middle so long, it's starting to take away from your self-peace. Even though you're trying your best to work on self-peace, if you hold on to something and you go back and forth in your head too long, it will take away from your ability to find peace within yourself. So it's time to make some decisions. So this is what I have for you. I hope it helps. And I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, go with love and peace.